Today for questions and answers, the number one comment that I've been getting recently on my YouTube videos has to do with my mousetrap collection. People want to know how many different mousetraps I have and where I find all these unique, unusual, and antique mousetraps. And as you can see from the table here, I have a lot of different examples. Everything from here over are mousetraps that I've already featured on YouTube videos, and from here over are ones that I still need to test out and film. And there are so many different ways of killing mice, everything from electrocution to drowning, rubber bands around their neck, and lots of different ways of smashing them and choking them. There's also a lot of different live animal traps for mice. Lids that fit on jars, trapdoor ones, big cages. I even have one that's a garbage can with a mousetrap built in the bottom. I can't wait to test all these new mousetraps and do videos on them. There are over 4,000 different patents for mousetraps. A lot of different designs were never patented, and new ones are being invented all the time. So I'm not going to run out of mousetraps to test out anytime soon. People want to know where I find all these mousetraps. I'll go on Google and do a search for rare mousetrap, unique mousetrap, unusual mousetrap, see what pops up. If it's something that I haven't seen before, I'll buy it. I also frequent all the online auctions, eBay, Etsy, and several others, looking for mousetraps that are antique and ones that would make an interesting video. And so there's so many different kinds. I'm not a hardcore mousetrap collector, even though I have a large collection. These are pretty much business expenses for my YouTube videos. I make quite a bit of money on my YouTube videos, so I have a large budget to buy mousetraps. But having said that, there are some hardcore mousetrap collectors out there. For example, on eBay, if it's an antique mousetrap that's unique, I usually get about 25% of those. Otherwise, there's other mousetrap collectors that will spend so much money that it's not worth it to me to buy it. Some examples of ones that I haven't been able to get on eBay. Recently there was a plastic mousetrap that looked like a boat, and I thought that was pretty interesting. It was from earlier than the 1960s, and so I bid $200 on it. That one went for $341 for a plastic mousetrap. There's also a vintage mousetrap that looks like a molded piece of plastic in the shape of a cat, and it's called Gotcha Kitty. I thought that would be a good mousetrap video, but unfortunately that one went for $182 for a plastic vintage mousetrap. There's several cast iron mousetraps that are antique. Some of them have gone as much as $795. There was one recently that had a mirror on it. It was cast iron. It was from the 1800s, and it had two spikes that came down. It was really cool. I thought it'd be a great video, so I bid $500 for that one mousetrap. But the actual bid in the end, it ended up going for just under $4,000 for one mousetrap. So I can't compete with some of these hardcore mousetrap collectors, but I do occasionally find good deals and unique mousetraps. So I love going along and searching online for different mousetraps, and it seems like I'm getting new ones in the mail all the time from ones I've ordered. I've also been contacted by viewers who've watched my YouTube videos and have made mousetraps that they wanted me to test out. I love doing that. For example, this was a tie-long bamboo trap. A guy named Mikhail made it for me. He's like, I've been testing this design, I'd like to send you some. And it works great. It's primitive from Southeast Asia. You can make it with bamboo. That video has well over 1 million views on it, and it was really cool. It's just something a viewer sent me. I also recently had someone contact me with another bucket trap. Instead of the rolling log, it's a Teeter-Totter mousetrap. And this is just a mousetrap that a viewer invented and wanted to send me to test out. Definitely a good design. We'll feature this one soon. By far the biggest success I've had with featuring mousetraps is this. This is the rolling log. It's just a simple cylinder on a rod that fits in a bucket, and when the mice walk on it to get the bait, they fall in the water and drown. The first night that I tested it out, I caught 11 mice. Now when I went on eBay and found this originally, it had sold 2 mousetraps in the last couple months, and when I featured the video, it quickly sold out over 1,000 of them. And the owners actually contacted me. They said, we're going to make some more, so I featured it again, and on eBay they've sold almost 2,000 additional mousetraps. So a lot of you have seen that video and have gone on eBay and purchased it. It's also been interesting, once I started featuring mousetrap videos and getting quite a few views, owners of the companies of different mousetraps have been contacting me. For example, the owner of the automatic trap company wanted me to test out their A24, a great trap. It's expensive, but it definitely kills rats and squirrels. So they sent me a free model. So far, this is the only free product that I've been given. Everything else I've purchased. This was one, the sliding tube mousetrap, very popular. They sold quite a bit of these after that video, and the owner actually contacted me and gave me a whole case with all the different colors. So I now have a very large supply, different colors of the sliding tube mousetrap. Very cool. One that I feel a little bad about was the cardboard mousetrap. The owner contacted me from Australia and let me know that it usually works every time when they tested it out, and I probably was putting too much peanut butter on the little trigger pad and causing it to stick, and that's why it wasn't going off every time or going off properly. So I'm going to do some additional testing on the cardboard mousetrap and see if the problems I were having was due to user error or if it's a design. So there's more to come on the cardboard mousetrap, but when it's not a great review, I also hear from the owners of the company telling me what I did wrong. I love all the interest I've been getting. That eagle claw I just posted a few days ago, and it's well on its way to getting 1 million views in the first week, and some of these have been really popular. So I'm constantly getting new mousetraps that I'm going to feature, and I found some that really work well. For example, I just tested out this Victor Electronic Pro mousetrap. I did a video on the original Victor Electronic mousetrap that kills 1 mouse at a time. Last night I set this up in the barn just to see how it would work, and pretty much 7 dead mice. That thing was full. So this thing works really well, and pretty soon you'll get to see the ultimate electronic mousetrap. And I got so many different designs. We still have a squirrel problem, rat problem, and an unlimited supply of mice. So stay tuned every Monday, and you'll see new mousetrap videos. Thank you so much for all the support. I just hit 200,000 subscribers. That's incredible. So many people out there are watching my videos, and it continues to grow. Over 40 million views and just climbing. Thank you so much, and there's a lot more to come, so stay tuned.